All right, we have K-Guard video number 2 on the Sweet Arts of Fighting Jiu-Jitsu instructional channel. Myself, James, and Ryan taking you through the second part. So the first part was a complete guide covering the backside 50-50 heel hook. Now we're going into the honey hole position from the same setup from the K-Guard. But make sure you check out the link in the description to the Sweet Science of Fighting Underground. You'll be able to submit your match breakdowns and ask any questions on these technical videos. Ryan will be in there to help you with that.
Right, now we're going to go over same position, K-Guard. This is technically K-Guard. K-Guard. We get canceled for that one. So, okay. All right, so this is going to be K-Guard to honey hole position. So this is there's a slight difference in some of the detail here, but it's going to be, a lot of it's the same movement. So we're going to get to K-Guard position, swivel, get the knee down. Okay, I'm balled up here. Now, technically here, what I like to do when I go to honey hole is I do actually like to grab here. The reason why is because my partner, even if they cross face me here, it's not about this, it's not about me pulling him anymore this direction. What it's about is my hips. Okay, a lot of people miss this. I'm going to create tension here, and as the crossface happens, I'm going to pull and I'm going to switch my hips underneath. Okay, and so if we go back again and we see that again, what ends up happening here is as I go to K-Guard and I do this, and he reaches back and starts to get to the crossface, you can still pull here, and usually they'll be real heavy. But if I start to pull this to my chest, which I want the knee to the chest, and then I release the K-Guard a little bit so that I can post on the ground and switch my hips. Once I switch my hips, you can see that both knees are now facing to the ceiling, okay? Both knees facing to the ceiling, now we're good to go. Now you could go to backside 50-50, which is the first one we talked about from here, and you would have a very good position. But from here, we want to just go to honey hole. So the way we're going to do that is now the inside leg is going to cross over. So we do the same thing. I reach over, I grab the big toe, start to pull it to my pocket. The leg retracts, I swivel to the inside, and I figure 4 my legs. Now you may be able to catch the leg here from the back step, but most of the time the guys are going to back step. Okay, and we land like so. Okay, I highly encourage everyone to hold on to the big toe here, because anybody that knows leg lock escapes, they're pretty basic, right? I mean, hiding the heel is one of the options that they have, and they'll generally hide their heel. So if you hold the big toe, this can be an excellent way to peel the leg back open. And so without getting too far into the rabbit hole, when you land here, I could actually switch and drag this position back open. And then from here, I can start to attack the leg by opening the heel back up. But ideally, I would like to get second leg. We always want to try to get the second leg when we roll or land into a nice heel hook. What we really care about right now is just the entry, the K-Guard entry. There's no perfect scenario. There's going to be variations based on his response, right? But the setup is correct and the entry is correct. Once the K-Guard does its job, he's going to respond in all kinds of different ways. He may jump really far away from me. He may start to pressure really hard down. He may try to sprawl. He may stand up. He can jump over me. He can do all kinds of things. But the position itself and the entry is correct. So, yeah. So just know there's variations here, okay? So when I go K-Guard and I get here, this time what I'm going to do is, instead of addressing the crossface, I'm going to go straight to my grip. And even when he crossfaces me here, I can pull this to my chest, and I'm going to take my hips, and I'm going to go underneath. I'm going to switch my hips underneath and retract my knees. Now once I retract my knees, we're good to go. I'm going to switch to honey hole position. The inside leg goes over, okay? But I need to grab the foot and pull it to the outside, okay? Now, let's say your leg gets stuck. If you're taller, that's fine, because as I'm pulling this into my pocket, they will turn. And as they're turning, you'll see that this leg can easily retract and come out and get to honey hole position. Okay, so don't feel like you have to really thread that leg over. It's great if you can, and you can trim out a little bit and free the inside leg. But if you can't, the honey hole can be achieved in the transition. Okay, I would say that's a little more advanced, but as long as you understand, where to go. Let me get these things falling up here. There we go. There we go. As long as you understand that the honey hole, by throwing the inside leg over, the honey hole is the landing position, then you can actually do it in that transition. You don't have to lock in the honey hole with the triangle from the actual backside. Because honestly, typically you won't have time, right? Our partner's just being nice. James is being nice here, just giving me time to work from behind, but it's going to happen in a second or two. So, but if you feel like your leg is stuck, it's okay. Just allow the transition and then throw the leg over when you in the landing. So that's going to be the honey hole position from with the same setup with slight variations